We are ecstatic to have an opportunity this afternoon to meet with you just for a few minutes. As you all are aware, I am your proud principal, Miss Allen, and I am so elated that you all have followed through with checking your email, checking your LMS, and you have joined the session on today. The purpose of this session is, since we've reached the halfway point, we wanted to provide you a few updates and some reminders that will help you as you continue to matriculate through the first semester of your senior year. Before I get started with the reminders, I do want to just take a moment to share with you our theme for this year that I shared with our teachers, and that theme is keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. A quote that inspired that theme: if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. I realize that you did not know several years ago, especially when you came in as a ninth grader, that we would be dealing with a pandemic and that you would be starting your senior year remotely. But I am very proud of the flexibility that you all have exhibited and the patience with the technology issues that you may have encountered this year. We're going to keep moving forward in remote learning. We're going to keep moving forward this year. We want you all to continue to work with us as we make this the best learning experience possible for you. I do want to talk about a little bit about expectations. You all have been privy to hear Ms. Allen's 4 A's for the last 3 years. I'm not going to go over that today. We'll have another time that I can remind you about the 4 A's. But I just want to take a few minutes to talk about some expectations. Number one, today all progress reports were posted in Parent Portal and in PowerSchool, so you should have had the opportunity to check your grades. And if you are not passing all of your classes, then we've got a major problem, because I need each person that is on that list that your counselors have for this year. I need you to pass each one of your classes. So if you have a grade that is less than a 60, then I need you to turn that around immediately. Grades count in remote learning, and you all are seniors, so you understand that your grade determines if you get the credit for the course. And if you don't pass the course, you don't get the credit, and then you don't have enough credits to move forward. Remember, you need 28 credits in order to graduate, and so we are here to support you in that. If you need help, I need you to reach out to your teachers, because they are here doing what they can do in order to support you. Secondly, attendance. I appreciate you being on this call today and this session today, and I appreciate those of you who are on time for your Zoom classes. The expectation, you all, is to be in your class every day on time, to be engaged in your Zoom sessions. We are operating right now under remote learning, and so your classes are through Zoom. Those that your face-to-face time is virtual time through Zoom. I need you to be there. If you happen to be working with a packet, I need you to make sure that your packets are returned every Thursday. The pickup time and the drop-off time is the same every week from 11 to 6. And so I need you to make sure that that work is turned in so your teachers can give you feedback. And then emails. In remote learning, the only way that we can communicate with you right now is basically through email and posting information on our website and social media pages. So I need you to not only check your email, but also respond to it. Wednesdays is a school day. It is called remote learning. That day was built into the schedule for a couple of reasons. One of them is to give you an opportunity to catch up on work if need be, to give you some time to review what the teacher is asking you to do, and also to complete some assignments on Wednesday after you've had instruction on Monday and Tuesday. Attendance is taken every day, including Wednesday, so you must complete the question of the day and have it submitted on time in order to be counted present. So make sure that you're doing that. And the last thing that I want to share with you is on Monday night, the school board of Granville County Public Schools voted that we will be able to transition into Plan B on October the 12th. What does that mean? If your parent signed you up for Plan B on the SAFE survey that was sent out in the summer, then you will be able to transition back to school under Plan B reentry, and more information will be coming. If your parent signed you up for virtual, then you will remain a virtual student from now through the end of the semester. So please make sure that if you have questions that you reach out to us, and we will be able to get you some answers to those questions. All right, I'm going to now call up Mrs. Hellner, who will talk to you about academics and testing.
So most of you know me, I hope, and you know that I handle sort of curriculum and instruction. So I'm going to talk to you briefly about academics and testing. The big thing is to make sure that you are on track to graduate. So you need to take a look and make sure that you are enrolled in the classes that you need, that you are passing the classes that you need, and that you are on track to graduate. It's important for you to keep up with your work. Yes, as Ms. Allen said, remote learning counts. So you need to make sure that you do the work and reach out to your teachers if you're having difficulty in a class, or you're struggling with remote learning and you just need to know, how do I navigate your learning management system? How do I turn in work? If something's not working, you've got to reach out. There's a couple of ways you can do that. Through email. Many of your teachers have a Google Voice, so they're able to accept phone calls on that. Sometimes text messages, you can call the school. There's a lot of ways to reach out. If it is a packet, we would prefer that you don't wait a week and write a note to a teacher when you return your packet the following Thursday and say, I don't understand. Please call up here and speak to your teacher on the phone, because if you wait until you turn the packet in and you write a note, it's going to be 2 weeks before they get back to you, and they've already kind of moved on. And I don't want you to get really far behind. We're here to help, but you have to reach out a little bit and kind of take responsibility for that. With regard to testing, yes, we will have final exams. They are in December. They are the last 5 days of the semester. December 16th through, I think, the 21st, which means they go all the way into the week of Christmas. So we have testing on the Monday and Tuesday before Christmas. As you know, we need you to be here. Final exams count for 20% of your final grade. You need to be here. WorkKeys testing, for those of you who are CTE concentrators, if you're not sure, if you have taken a level 1 and a level 2 of anything in career and technical education, so for example, you took Animal Science 1 and you took Animal Science 2, you are a concentrator. And as such, you have the opportunity to take the WorkKeys test. It is one of the only tests that you can walk out of here with and go to a job and say, these are the skills that I have that are career readiness skills. In other words, I can do this. And employers are looking for it. As a matter of fact, we've had students who have graduated previously who have called up here and said, oh, I didn't keep my WorkKeys scores and my employer's asking for it. It can help you get a job, it can help you keep a job, and it can help you get more money at a job. So it's important. Many of you will be CTE concentrators. As of right now, we are planning on testing in November for some of you, and some of you will test in March. Those people who are testing in November will be notified very shortly that you are testing in November, and everyone else will be notified in January if you are testing in March. I think that's it.
All right, so next up we have Mr. Waddy, but I don't think he's joined us yet. He's in another meeting. So Coach Noel, you're up.
Good afternoon. I hope everyone is doing well. I just wanted to share the 2020-21 updated sports calendar that was set by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association on the 15th of September. A little bit of change from what we used to. We will start off our sports on November 4th with cross country and volleyball, which are two sports that usually get us started. But if you notice some changes there, basketball will be the next sport we start on December 7th, and that be from male and female. And then after Christmas on January 11th, we will start men's soccer and lacrosse, but we don't have lacrosse here at Granville Central, so it'll just be soccer. Then on February 8th, we'll start football. March the 1st, we'll start golf, female soccer, and softball, and then we'll finish up the year on April 12th with basketball, track and field, and wrestling. And wrestling is usually one that is done in the wintertime, and that is a change there where it will start in the spring. So just a few changes from what we're used to, but we're working to try to get everyone in to have a season this year. And I know last year you got cut off and didn't get to finish. So, we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to participate in their sports and are able to play and have a good season. On the next slide, it has a little information on our coaches. If you are interested in cross country, that is a male and female sport. Contact Coach Givens. Like I said, that starts on November 4th with trials, as well as volleyball. Contact Coach Breaker. She has a survey on the website, and she would love to hear from anyone who is willing to who wants to play volleyball this year. Just reach out to those coaches, as well as Coach George for soccer. Basketball Coach McDaniel still is the boys coach, and myself the girls coach, and Coach Pender is our new football coach. He was here before we got out. Most of you should know him, but if not, you can check on your school email for an interest form on that. If you have any questions about sports seasons, when we don't have an exact date when workouts will start. Hopefully that comes in the next few weeks, and we can share that with you guys. Check our school website, as much as you can. All that information will be shared when it's available on there. But feel free to call me at the school. The number's there, and email me if you need to. So guys, just keep pushing forward, and proud of all the hard work you've done so far, and just keep doing it.
All right. Thank you, Coach Noel. I'll now turn it over to our school counseling department. Mrs. Bierman, Ms. Breaker.
For those of you who are not aware, we've had a few changes in the school counseling department this year. Last year, Ms. Breaker had 10th and 11th, and I had 12th. But this year, we are splitting students alphabetically. I will have students with last names that start with A through K, and Ms. Breaker will have students with last names L through Z. Mr. Harris, you will still see on campus a little bit, but his role has changed somewhat. He will be dividing his time between Granville Central, South Granville, and Webb. And we also wanted to let you know that we have a new college advisor this year. Some of you may know the college advisors stay at a school for 2 years and then move on. So we had Mr. Fields for 2 years, and our new college advisor is Mr. Brown, who comes to us, recently graduated from UNC Chapel Hill. And you can see his email address at the bottom. So he's going to be a very good resource. He's going to mostly work with seniors, but those of you, especially high achieving students who really want to get a leg up on making sure you know which colleges you're applying to and you're starting the process, as early as possible, he will be a good resource for that. Okay, so I feel like most of you guys know this, but this slide talks about which classes you need to graduate from Granville County Schools. The required courses are the 4 Englishes, the 4 math, 4 social studies, 3 science, and then you have to have health and PE. And then you have to have a total of 28. So that works out to be 12 electives. You can get credits through Granville Central classes, also Granville Online classes, and for the classes that are not taught in either of those platforms, few students sometimes take the NCVPS, North Carolina Virtual Public School classes. So I do like to say a little bit about the math issue because I think it's a little bit complicated. You have to have 4 math credits, but foundations does count. We usually make freshmen take foundations and Math 1. So you can graduate from high school with foundations, Math 1, Math 2, Math 3. But if you are thinking about applying to a 4-year college straight out high school, you will also need a 4th level math. So the most commonly taken 4th level math at this point is Math 4. Used to be advanced functions and modeling. That course is kind of disappeared now. So now we have Math 4. But so yeah, so you can graduate from high school with just foundations, Math 1, Math 2, Math 3. But if you want to apply to a 4-year college, you're going to need a 4th level math. Mr. Brown, if you're on the call, if you could please talk a little bit about the upcoming college visits.
Yeah, so like I said, my name is Mr. Brown. We do have quite a few college visits happening today. We had Pfeiffer University earlier. We actually have Johnson & Wales right now. So if you would like to join any of those, we'll still probably be on after this call. So if you'd like to hop on after that, the representatives have been very responsive and open to talking about situations going on with COVID, what the school's doing to adapt, and any requirement changes and stuff like that. So we have those 2 today, and then we have, I believe, 3 next week. I think it's we have North NC State on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we have Meredith College, and we have UNC Chapel Hill. Both of those are joint events with other schools, so we'll try to get a lot more students in there so we can get different answers and questions about what's going on based on the situations.
All right, thank you for that. So junior family night is going to be held on Tuesday, September, I can't see it, Miss Allen, sorry. 29th?
29th, yes.
Okay, at 6. So let's see. So the link will be sent out for you to reserve a spot, and then the actual Zoom link will get emailed to the student the day of. So if those of you who have your phone handy, if you could please go ahead and sign up for Junior Remind. We've split them in 2, one for last names A through K and one for last names L through Z. Do you guys know the number 81010? And then those are the codes. You'll see on the right, those are the links that you would need to go to if you would like to make an appointment with either me or Miss Breaker or Mr. Brown. Also be sure to keep on top of your grade level haiku page. You can, I think most of you know how to access haiku, but if you can't remember how to do it or whatever, you can get onto it from the Granville Central webpage.
Give me a minute, Ms. Spearman, and I will be there.
Okay.
Let's see, I had it. All up on different tabs. I had it all in one tab. All right, Ms. Spearman, I'm gonna have to regroup. Give me 1 second, because it looks like I've lost the tab I had up. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me share my screen. All right.
Okay. So from the Granville Central webpage, if you see at the top where it says programs and services, right there, if you click there, and you scroll down a little, you'll see counseling department. And at the bottom, the counseling department links, that's where you want to go to get to the grade level haiku pages. Everything that specifically has to do with juniors will be on your junior level haiku page. So right there, yeah. So you can see there to the left a few things that we have up there: announcements, scholarships and outside opportunities. Anytime we get any kind of information about, you know, a summer program or anything that would apply to your grade level, that is where it's going to be posted. For those of you who may be considering going straight into the workforce after high school, you can go to that choosing a career link. It gives you a little opportunity to take an interest inventory and try and see where which fields you would be most interested and well suited for. There's a link in there about playing sports in college. If you do want to play a sport in college, you have to sign up through the NCAA Eligibility Center. And then I submit your transcript. There's some things that have to be done. So all that kind of information is in there. We are going to use this grade level haiku page pretty extensively this year, just because at the moment we don't have the option of making announcements or calling students in out of class. So we're trying to make it super easy, all in one place, all right at your fingertips, so that, you know, and you're always welcome to call the school and ask for us or send us an email, but we're really trying to put all the information in one place so it's easy and you don't necessarily have to, you know, contact anyone. You can just go in there and find it.
Awesome. Mrs. Bierman, you want to go back to the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So I guess that was about it, guys. If anybody would like to ask a question, type it in the chat or unmute. Now is the time.
And let me just, I believe Mrs. Long is on the call. Mrs. Long, do you want to talk about Herff Jones and class rings? And is it appropriate for me to play the video for the juniors, or do you just want to talk to them about how they can?
Well, you can play the video for the juniors, but the main thing that the juniors will want to do this year from Herff Jones is to purchase a class ring. If you want a class ring, this is the time to do it. Purchase it in your junior year, and then when you get it, you can wear it throughout your junior year, and then your senior year, you already have it. So you can walk around flashing your class ring. And then next year, when you become a senior, you can do other things. You won't have so many other things to purchase from Herff Jones. So their website, if you'd like to purchase a class ring, is highschool.herffjones.com. And Herff Jones is spelled HERFFJONES. And we also have packets at school. If you like to, if it's convenient for you to come and pick up a packet, you can come pick up a packet. There are all sorts of pictures and information in here about the different types of class rings that you can order.
Excellent. And that video is posted on the website too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Any questions?
I can't wait to come back.
Who is that?
We're looking forward to having you guys back.
Yes.
That had to be Landon.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, that was me.
We can't wait to see you, Landon. So I see a couple of questions in the chat box. One, when can we expect the email telling us which group we are in? We are working on the letters to send out. And so hopefully by the middle, end of next week, you'll have that information.
And Mr. Brown says he's going to send out the schedule of the college visits. So you can go to the link and talk to like admissions people from that particular college. Those will be coming out via email, like at the beginning of each week.
Okay. And the $1 million question, what about parking permits? Yes, you still would need a parking permit in order to park on Granville Central's campus, and those permits will be $30 for this year. You get a 50% discount. They're normally $60, and we're gonna give you a 50% discount, and they will be $30 for this year. How will bus transportation work? Mr. Waddy, the reason why he's not in the meeting with us today is because he's actually at a meeting and they're discussing bus transportation. So more information to come. So that's why I need you to check your emails, and also these videos that we are recording and posting to the website. We're going to use that format to help communicate information about Plan B and reentry. So please make sure that you check the website for updates, and we'll also post some information on our social media pages. When are we taking our pictures for our student IDs?
As long as working on that, I think.
Yes. Do you want to speak to that? I think I think she may have someone in her office. So we're working on dates for pictures. Right now, we're focusing on senior makeup pictures. And once we get those taken care of, then the Life Touch will be working with us to schedule dates for underclassmen pictures. When can we purchase the parking passes? That information is to come. So when we give out information about Plan B, we will have that information in there. Good questions.
Great questions. Yeah.
Any others? How many people will be allowed to be at sports games?
That's a great question.
Yes, and I don't know if that's been determined yet. Coach Noel?
No, ma'am. No, we haven't been told anything yet. I know yesterday the governor had put out a release for stadiums that hold 10,000 people could have 7%, but they haven't made any determination about high school yet.
So the mantra of the afternoon is more information to come.
Yes.
Should put on a little sign.
More information to come. I think I need a t-shirt that says more information to come. Sports isn't starting until, practices aren't even starting until November. So that's going to be a while before we get that information out to everybody, I think.
And obviously, I think the outside sports, the football games, we would probably be able to have a little bit more than we can inside too.
Right.
So, but we don't have any hard numbers on any of that yet.
All right. Any other questions?
You know, I'm kind of stunned. That's the first time we've been asked that question. It's a good question.
Our junior class is always leading the way.
They really are. I mean, this is going to be such a great class.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're always the best.
Well, except Landon. You know, everybody else is all right. You know, I like giving you a hard time, Landon.
Yeah, you be like this sometimes.
I do. I gave you a hard time in the mornings when I saw you every morning.
We don't want to hold you all. If you have gotten your questions answered, then we will dismiss you all for this evening. If I see one more question. Coach Noel, I noticed that in the presentation, we left out driver's ed, but we've got a driver's ed question. For those that were taking driver's ed before COVID, what will happen?
You need to send me an email and we can work it out. Most of them, that's what the juniors and seniors, we didn't think it, they left it out on those two meetings. But you know, if you have any questions, just email me that same email address, and I'll get with you and we'll get that going, okay? And I'll type it in the chat box too. Just send me an email.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. Have a good afternoon, good evening. Make sure that you have all of your assignments done, completed, and you're ready for class tomorrow at 9:00 a.m. We look forward to seeing you soon. Stay tuned for more information on Plan B. Bye-bye.